Great question, and that is a loaded question. So, um, the time that somebody plans on being in a house plays a huge part as far as the cost of financing, and it's going to dictate strategy and loan strategy in a big way. So, the current forecast as far as interest rates go right now, for the remainder of this year, all the the consensus pretty much is we're going to remain somewhere in the sixes. There's not going to be any huge, but and we're right now in what, March, or coming up on April 2025.
Yeah.
For the remainder of the year, we're pretty much going to be in the sixes.
Okay.
That could be 6.2, 6.5, 6.8. So going forward, though, that's where we start to see at least some forecasting that rates are going to start to come down. By the end of 2026, things are expected to start to make their way into the fives.
Okay.
So if you're a buyer now, what you're looking at is, number one, being in the game is important. Real estate is the biggest driver of net worth for anyone, really. If you look at the biggest separator of net worth in our country, it's people who own real estate and people who don't. So finding a way, just getting in the game, number one, respective of where the interest rate market is going. But you always want to make sure, obviously, what that monthly payment's going to be coming out to be, and making sure that you can at least afford it now, knowing that potentially there may be an opportunity to lower that down the road.
Well, what I'm gathering too is you're saying, hey, you know what? It's in the sixes, it'll go down to fives. But also, if you wait because of the rates, the house can appreciate. So net, you might want to be spending more. So what I'm gathering is don't necessarily let interest rates drive your decision.
100%. Yeah. And that's a great point there, because there are it's not just about interest rate, and just the scenario that you laid out. If you look at that $500,000 house, a 3 to 4% appreciation, that's 20 grand right there. It takes a big interest move to make up that money. So while interest rate is important and a factor, and we're looking at it, there's other forces at play, which, you talk to those people back in 2020 who thought things were expensive and wanted to wait.
Correct.
That's a big expensive wait.
They paid a big
price for waiting there. Yeah.
Especially in the New Jersey market.